Question number 1. Which of the following statements is included in the auditor's standard report? Letter A. A statement identifying specific account balances tested during the audit. Letter B. A statement listing all significant deficiencies noted during the audit. Letter C. That the audit includes assessing significant management estimates. Letter D. A statement quantifying the overall materiality threshold used. Correct answer is letter C. Explanation. Letter C is correct because the standard report specifically mentions that the audit involves evaluating the significant estimates management made in preparing the financial statements. Specific account balances tested, a list of deficiencies, and the exact materiality figure used are all things that stay out of the standard report. Question number 2. Where in the auditor's standard report does the statement appear that the auditor has audited the financial statements, followed by a listing of those statements? Letter A. It does not appear anywhere in the standard report. Letter B. In the opening, introductory, paragraph. Letter C. In the auditor's responsibility section. Letter D. In the opinion paragraph. Correct answer is letter B. Explanation. Letter B is correct because the opening, introductory paragraph is where the report first establishes what was audited, stating plainly that the financial statements were audited and then listing them by name. The responsibility section and opinion paragraph serve different purposes later in the report. Question number 3. An accountant has performed more than one level of service, such as a compilation and a review, on the financial statements of a non-public entity. What is the accountant's reporting responsibility? Letter A. Report on the lowest level of service performed. Letter B. Report on the highest level of service performed. Letter C. Always report at the compilation level, regardless of other services performed. Letter D. Issue an audit report whenever any service beyond compilation has been performed. Correct answer is letter B. Explanation. Letter B is correct because when multiple levels of service have been performed, the report reflects the highest level actually rendered, since that level involved the most rigorous work and gives readers the most meaningful assurance. Reporting at a lower level than what was actually done would understate what the accountant accomplished. Question number 4. In the auditing standard requiring that the report indicate whether the statements are presented in accordance with GAAP, taken as a whole, what does that phrase mean? Letter A. It applies to both a full set of statements and a single statement. Letter B. It applies only when a complete set of financial statements is presented. Letter C. It applies only to consolidated financial statements. Letter D. It applies only when comparative financial statements are presented. Correct answer is letter A. Explanation. Letter A is correct because, taken as a whole, isn't limited to situations where every financial statement is presented together. The same idea applies just as much when only a single financial statement, like a standalone balance sheet, is being reported on. Question number 5. Which of the following is an incorrect statement about the required content of an audit report on financial statements issued under PCAOB requirements? Letter A. The report must include the title, Report of Independent Registered Public Accounting Firm. Letter B. The report must indicate that the audit was conducted in accordance with PCAOB standards. Letter C. The report should refer to a separate report on compliance with regulations. Letter D. The report must indicate the city and state, or country, from which the report has been issued. Correct answer is letter C. Explanation. Letter C is the incorrect statement, and therefore the credited answer, because a PCAOB required report should refer to the auditor's separate report on internal control, not a report on compliance with laws and regulations. The title requirement, the PCAOB standards reference, and the city and state or country requirement are all genuinely accurate. Question number 6. Which statement in the auditor's standard report indicates the existence of audit risk? Letter A. The statement that the auditor obtained reasonable assurance. Letter B. The statement that the CPA assessed the accounting principles used and overall presentation. Letter C. The statement that the audit relates to whether the financial statements are free of material misstatement. Letter D. The statement describing management's responsibility for the financial statements. Correct answer is letter A. Explanation. Letter A is correct because the phrase reasonable assurance, rather than absolute assurance, is exactly what acknowledges that some level of audit risk always remains. The other statements describe what the audit covers or whose responsibility the statements are, but they don't speak to that residual risk the way reasonable assurance does. Question number 7. An audit report on a public issuer company's financial statements refers to which accounting principles? Letter A. Generally accepted accounting principles. Letter B. PCAOB auditing standards for issuers. Letter C. Generally accepted auditing standards. Letter D. International financial reporting standards. Correct answer is letter A. Explanation. Letter A is correct because even for a public issuer company, the financial statements themselves are still prepared and evaluated against generally accepted accounting principles. PCAOB standards and generally accepted auditing standards govern how the audit itself is performed, not what accounting framework the statements follow. Question number 8. In which section of the audit report does the auditor address the adequacy of the audit evidence obtained? Letter A. The auditor's responsibility section. Letter B. The introductory paragraph. Letter C. The opinion paragraph. Letter D. A separate paragraph dedicated solely to evidence sufficiency. Correct answer is letter A. Explanation. Letter A is correct because it's within the auditor's responsibility section that the report states a belief that the evidence gathered was sufficient and appropriate to support the opinion. The introductory and opinion paragraphs each serve a different purpose, and there's no separate dedicated paragraph just for evidence sufficiency. Question number 9. One company hires a CPA to audit the financial statements of a different company. To whom should the audit report be addressed? Letter A. The company that hired the CPA. Letter B. The company whose financial statements were audited. Letter C. Both companies jointly. Letter D. Whichever company's management signs the representation letter. Correct answer is letter A. Explanation. Letter A is correct because the report follows the engagement relationship. It's addressed to whoever actually hired the CPA, even when that's a different company from the one whose financial statements are being audited. Ordinarily, reports go to the audited company itself, but this hired by someone else situation is the exception. Question number 10. Question number 1. Which of the following statements is included in the auditor's standard report?